Tonight's WFA Pro Game of the Week is presented by our premier partners, Aid Nation and PAM Health. From the campus of Slippery Rock University is the regular season finale as your Pittsburgh Passion look to bounce back against the Cincinnati Cougars. And welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I am Matt Fargo, joined alongside David McDermott. Susie Cool will join us in just a little bit for the Pittsburgh Passion. It is a bounce-back game after their loss to the DC Divas 1 week ago, and they don't have time to lick their wounds because this is the regular season finale, Damon, and they need to get ready for the WFA postseason, meaning that they know they have a game in hand and have an opportunity to host a game in 2 weeks in the first round of the playoffs, and this is your final tune-up before it's win and go home for real.
Yeah, and for any championship team, it's going to be how you're going to respond. We know there's some injuries. You have a tough loss last week as well, but the same thing happened last year, and then they had a deep playoff run. You hope they can respond, and the offense and defense, they're going to have to pick it up now with a couple injuries and show why they're going to be that 1 or 2 seed into the playoffs.
And a Cincinnati team that is hungry for victory, moving up in play, and you're going to key on the defense and one of the all-time linebackers in this league in Pasha Rivers.
Yeah, Pasha Rivers does a really good job on this defense as the leader. Leads the whole entire WFA in tackles with 57 this year. How the Pasha are going to play this game with the 4 turnovers last week, I can see them trying to run the football a lot in this game. A lot of options from Marcelina Chavez. And if there's one person that might be able to QB spy Chavez, it's going to be Pasha Rivers.
And we're going to keep that defensive theme going on the Passion side of things. It's one of the all-time greats in Pittsburgh Passion history, and Caitlin Niedermeyer.
Yeah, and for Caitlin, she does everything well on that defensive line. She has been a leader on this team for so long, and why I want to highlight her, we've been doing offensive players every single week. How about this? You are 5th in tackles in the whole entire league, and you play defensive line with 41 tackles. Also leads the team with 4.5 tackles for loss. We know Cincy has trouble passing the football. If anybody's going to be able to clog up the middle today, it is going to be Caitlin Niedermeyer, and there's going to be some double teams. And if there's one person that can break a double team and still make a tackle for a loss, it's going to be Caitlin.
She's Aaron Donald-esque in the fact that how she plays and the fact that she is a first-ballot Hall of Famer when she calls her career quits. Not calling it quits tonight is Susie Cole down on the sidelines. Let's check in with her at our Coach's Corner.
Thanks so much, Matt. We're back here with the Coach's Corner presented by Aid Nation, our co-head coaches of the Pittsburgh Passion, Teresa Kahn, Lisa Horton. Coach T, it's the final regular season game. So what's something that you want to say to the fans for this season?
You know what, we truly have the best fans out there. They travel. We often have more at the visitors. I mean, our fans are amazing. We have a gratitude game going on to them. We hear them. We appreciate them.
Coach Horton, with star running back Ellie Napo out of the lineup this week, where will you look to fill those holes?
Oh, we're really blessed. I mean, losing Ellie was unfortunate. They're going to play hard for her. We're very deep at the running back position. They're ready to go, and I can't wait to just see them run their hearts out tonight for Ellie. I know she'll be watching the game tonight and make her proud.
Thanks so much, Coach T. Coach Horton, again, that was your Coach's Corner presented by Aid Nation. Matt, we're back to you.
Susie, thank you. As we get ready, of course, one of the keys is going to be replacing Ellie Napo. And speaking of keys, it's time for the PAM Health Keys to the Game. PAM Health committed to providing patients with the best cares and outcomes. Pittsburgh fans want to win in the outcome column tonight. Damon, how do they get it done?
Yeah, starting with the passion. For me, you got to protect the football. After those 4 turnovers last week, especially a couple in the red zone, you got to protect that football as the favorite here tonight. Secondly, Cincinnati has had struggle throwing the football, but they're such a good running team today. If you can commit to stopping that first down run and the second down run, I think you're going to be able to slow down this offense and win the game. And for Cincy, if you want to pull off a major upset here tonight, you're going to have to win on first down. You're going to get chunks, make it second and manageable, third and manageable all night long, and that's going to be running the football. And then second, we know they love running the ball. I keep saying it. Special teams is good, but somebody's going to have to make a career, and they're going to create explosive plays. If it's going to be a kick return, a punt return, a trick play, or even going deep with that passing attack that hasn't clicked yet, but a perfect game to click would be this game against Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. It's an AFC North battle in the NFL. It's a WFA Game of the Week for us here tonight. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. When we come back, you know what's about to happen. Kickoff of our Game of the Week in the WFA when we come back to Slippery Rock.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Time for dinner.
Steps up into trouble, backs up, and here comes more trouble. Chavez rolls to her left, has time, throws on the run to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown! Pittsburgh! We are back to Slippery Rock University, moments away from kickoff, and it's time for the Groundworks Coin Toss, the nation's leading provider of foundation repair, basement waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation, and concrete lifting. The coin toss here tonight. Pittsburgh winning the toss and electing to receive tonight's opening kickoff of this regular season finale between cross-state rivals Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. There you see Teresa Kahn gearing up as we gear up for the final one before the road to Canton becomes that much more real. Here we go, Damon.
What an opportunity for both teams. Again, Matt, Pittsburgh coming off their first loss, and Cincinnati trying to get a late season surprise win here after a really good D2 season last year.
Lauren Carter has this one on a tee to send it the way of Pittsburgh. And caught by one of the up women at the 35-yard line. Tossed down, that's Cam Rufner on the return for Pittsburgh to the 36, where we'll see Marcelina Chavez in this Pittsburgh Passion offense take the field, and they'll take it without their star running back in Ellison Napo out for the season. And that's going to be a headline here, Damon, is how does Pittsburgh create wrinkles? And I think we might see it right off the get with Emma Gurley checking in a quarterback for this opening play, and Marcelina Chavez likely to line up as the slot.
Yeah, and to be honest, this is a game they should win against Cincinnati, but they're going to be testing out a lot of different things on offense, which can cause some turnovers and some confusion, but you got to get this worked out before the playoffs.
Chavez, top receiver on your screen. Under center is Gurley, and she'll flip it over to Chavez. Chavez will look downfield, eyeing up a receiver. It's tipped and nearly intercepted as it goes incomplete. Bethany Meyer, the intended receiver on that play. Caitlin Powell almost had a chance at the tip drill interception, so Pittsburgh goes to the bag of tricks right out of the gates here.
Yeah, I said Cincinnati has to come out with some explosive trick plays, but Passion off the bat wanted to try a new play with Chavez lined up at wide receiver, taking off that handoff and still eligible to throw the football.
They go to Sarah Paladin on second down, and Paladin gets 11, had her first touchdown of the season after singing our national anthem a week ago, and that was good enough to get Pittsburgh a fresh set of downs.
And it isn't like Sarah hasn't been a great running back when she's back there averaging 6 yards a carry.
They fake it to Paladin. Chavez keeps this time off the right side. First down and more for Pittsburgh as a cutback move at the 35 has Chavez into Cincinnati territory at the 34.
Really nice block on the outside here from Paige Bragg as well, who leads the team in receptions, but showing that she can be a tight end, putting her hand in the dirt there also and getting a nice lead block for Marcelina Chavez.
Put it at the 32, a gain of 21. First and 10 Pittsburgh. Carry off the left side for Paladin. Sarah looking for space and being shoved out of bounds. Cincinnati's Janine Church, linebacker, an All-American selection in Division II a season ago.
And this defense has the top 1 and 2 tacklers in the whole entire league. They're 2 linebackers.
Be a handoff to Ariel Smith, and Smith finds her way to the 22. And Ari Smith is a running back that Pittsburgh Passion fans have been familiar with. She was really dynamic 2 seasons ago and also got a handful of touchdowns last year. She'll be the decoy on this play to Chavez. Chavez around the end and shoved out of bounds one more time. Is second down coming up here for Pittsburgh. Carter does the escorting on Makai Chavez.
It was almost a sorry for the late shove there. Chavez did not like it, but yeah, good job there for Chavez to get out. There's going to be a lot of read options now with Napo out of the lineup, but you brought up Ari Smith, who that was only her 3rd carry of the whole entire year. And I know Ari Smith's a very talented running back and definitely can help them now being that 2nd running back in the game.
Play action to her is rolling out as Chavez. Stopping, popping, intercepted, thrown and picked off into traffic, and Cincinnati comes away with the turnover. It was what stopped many drives a week ago for Pittsburgh, and it stops this one as Cincinnati's Kylie Anthony gets in the way of that one for the INT.
What a play, her first interception of the year, playing that linebacker role, but you expect maybe Pasha Rivers or Church to get an interception being more of those coverage linebackers, but what a play, almost one-handed there for Cincinnati, and that's one way to force a turnover if you want to have an upset in this game, if you can make the Passion struggle here in the red zone early on.
Cincinnati, led by quarterback Angela Mason, Cincinnati product, goes to the shotgun with trips near side. Motion out of the slot is from Parks. Back to pass, looks that way, dumps it off to Parks, and Parks has a first down for an 11-yard pickup.
Cincinnati knows they also have to improve this passing game, losing their last 2 games, the Divas and the Passion before. Angela Mason, the completion percentage isn't there this year, but 5 touchdowns, only 1 interception. They really like to use the passing game in the red zone, but I like how they start off this drive with a pass when the Passion definitely thought they were going to come out with the run game early on.
And it's kind of like Tampa in the sense that Cincinnati relies on the ground game, but they can burn you with the pass if you don't respect it. As they will go to the ground. Janine Church gets the carry, and Church gets decked. Cash comes in for her first tackle of the evening. Rebecca Airgood was in the vicinity as well for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and this defensive line for the Passion the last couple of weeks have really become their most strong unit on defense with Tiana Cash, with Nita Meyer up front. You can't double them both. Somebody's going to make a play. Tiana Cash right there made a lot last week, already made one on the first drive against Cincinnati here.
Keep an eye also on Nikki Hardeman. Hardeman is making that move to defensive end and had battled some injuries, but in full health. Loves coming off the edge there for Pittsburgh. Pistol time now for Angela Mason in Cincinnati on a second down and 8 play. Mason, option play, option it out, ball hits the carpet. It's a scramble for the football as Church did not realize that Mason was lateraling it back to her, and some way, somehow, Cincinnati comes out of the pile with it. Sarah Rupp-Bontranger came up with the football, and, man, Pittsburgh just can't get lucky on getting some of these recoveries, Damon. DC had a bunch of these last week, and they couldn't recover any of them.
Yeah, and that one, I mean, that's a bad play by Angela Mason. She'll tell you that. She had it in her right hand, finally switched last second, and then right before she got tackled, she thought her running back was still behind her. But when you're running that option, you have to take a peek behind you and make sure you're running parallel right there. Really dangerous play, but they end up still having a 3rd and 6 here and get a first down.
Yeah, how many times you fumble the football, recovered, and gain yardage. 3rd down and 6 for Cincy at the 39. Back to pass for Mason. She'll throw over the middle into traffic, and it's intercepted the other way. Harris with an INT, and Danasha Harris says, I'll take that back for the Passion. Pittsburgh back in control.
Last year we talked about her almost setting a record for INTs. This year she wanted to get a couple more, and right there a huge play for the Passion. Reading the quarterback's eyes at all times. When you stare down a receiver, that one was a little bit high. Harris was right there to catch that football, and then always she's going to be able to get you a couple extra yards off that INT. You'll see a real nice aerial view here. Just overthrew that drag route. Harris is deep in her zone right there for an easy INT.
Giveth and taketh away here.
Only her 2nd interception of the year. Harris, she'll tell you she is expecting 5, 6,
Well, that's
7
out of respect for her, too. They are not throwing over to Harris Island as Paladin gets the carry on 1st down inside the 30, knocked out of bounds. It was Nakia Napier, and it will be 2nd down and 4 coming up, gain of 6 for Sarah. But, yeah, on your thought on the Harris lack of interceptions, I think that's teams just not throwing in her vicinity.
Yeah, when you have someone in the secondary like that, you go, okay, we're going to run all of our drag routes the other way, or our post routes the other way.
They go to the fullback dive play. Cody Johnson picks a Pittsburgh Passion 1st down. Napier again on the tackle. And we've given the defensive line a lot of credit, but how about the Passion offensive line? I mean, the season that Ellison Napo was having prior to her injury, thanks in large part to the ladies up front. Here's Paladin having some good blocking downfield. Paladin with a nice spin move to get to the 15, down to the 14 at a yard shy of another 1st down.
And, Matt, you're completely right. Complete football teams, we talk about it all the time in the NFL and the WFA. If you have a complete offensive line, as long as you have a running back there that can read the blocks and make 1 or 2 women miss, like right here for Paladin, read the blocks perfectly, bounces outside, breaks a tackle, gets another 4 yards. Anybody can be a running back in this offense. Now, they have unique talents like Napo and Paladin, but now you have Ari Smith in there. You have so many people that can run the football well when you have this veteran offensive line pushing the defensive line back.
2nd down and 1. They pitch it out to Ari Smith. Smith sidestepping, trying to get to the 1st down line, and she's right there. Most of the tacklers in there. Pearson on the tackle for Cincinnati.
Like this play, you fake the fullback dive. That's been working so well this season. Pitch outside, but again, these linebackers, Church and Rivers, they are going to be all over the field patrolling. Now, it's usually a bad sign when your linebackers are 1 and 2 in the league in tackles because the defensive line isn't making a lot of plays.
Ari Smith was caught in the backfield and got free. Picks up a Pittsburgh 1st down. What a battle for Ari Smith. Dead to rights in the backfield, and juked and jived her way to give Pittsburgh a fresh set of downs.
Again, she's trying to get more comfortable, does not have a ton of carries this year, but showing you why she's a talented running back and had a good season 2 years ago. I mean, that should have been a 3 or 4 yard loss. You end up getting 5, 6 yards for your team in the red zone. That's always a huge deal, and now it's 1st and 10.
Shotgun for Chavez, 1st and goal from the 9. Fake to Ari, keep for Chavez. Mackay looking, angling, down to the 3. 2nd down and goal coming up. Knocked down by Pearson. We were talking about that offensive front for Pittsburgh. Courtney Sargent, Kylie Roebuck at center. She got injured halfway through the season a year ago. Madison Warner, big reasons why Pittsburgh has had the success they have. And Makai Chambez has been a benefactor to that as well.
Wouldn't be surprised she calls her own number again here.
Second down, a goal. Goes to the right. Will look to throw, and being taken down in the end zone is Angie Cardillo, intended receiver, and it's 3rd down and 3 now. Another look at this. In real time, it looked like it was early contact.
Definitely was. I think so, too. I was thinking, where's the pass interference? But another opportunity here for the Passion. For Chavez, too, she could have maybe taken that in herself. But, again, I thought Cardillo was going to be wide open if there was a pass interference or not.
Back to the ground game. It's Paladin. Paladin hits the speed and gets into the end zone for the Pittsburgh touchdown. A 3-yard plunge for Sarah Paladin, her second touchdown of the season. And Pittsburgh strikes first here on the regular season finale.
On the replay here, back-to-back weeks for Sarah Paladin. Really good runner, efficient runner, getting right behind her blocks, and she's going to make you pay as soon as you make contact with her, falls forward right into the end zone. Again, with Napo out the rest of the season, Paladin is going to be called on a lot, and you can see right there why they have full confidence in this run game. That's still going to be pretty good without Napo the rest of the way.
March for the extra point. Through the poles, it's good. 4:19 to play on our opening quarter, and Sarah Paladin has Pittsburgh on top 7-0 over Cincinnati. Come back with us on Sportsnet Pittsburgh after this quick timeout.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Baker's Waterproofing is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
Pittsburgh converts on a turnover and turns the turnover into points. 7-0 over Cincinnati. Give Pittsburgh offense 34 yards before they get in. 4 plays, 34-yard drive there, and a little bit of communication there at the 21-yard line, and great special teams tackle for Pittsburgh. Rochelle Nessler on the tackle there of Lauren Carter.
Whole
it's a third
team,
of the game, man.
It is, and the whole team's firing her up because that was a great open field tackle. Probably saved 10 to 15 yards as well. A lot of people talk about offense, defense, but special teams, they can get your whole team's momentum up, get everybody fired up, and right there, really nice tackle, and everybody giving her props on the sideline.
So Pittsburgh's defense back out, leading 7-0, 4:14 to go. First quarter action still in our WFA Pro Game of the Week on the All-Women's Sports Network at Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Mason looking to go deep with it over the top and converts. And Harris finally pulls her down at the 30. But a big-time play as Aurelia Parks hauls in the pass from Mason. A gain of 43.
And that's what's been frustrating on the Cincinnati offense this year. You see the potential right there. What a nice layered ball there by Mason over the top, over the safety Harris. And Aurelia Parks coming into this game only 4 catches, but showing you if you can get her the ball up the seam like that, can make a couple really nice plays for Cincinnati.
Passion fans look on and want to make sure that Cincinnati stays out of the end zone, but the Cougars use the pass, then they go back to the ground game, and Pittsburgh has great containment on the edge. Cameron Rufner and Lizzie Martz combine in for the stop.
What great linebacker play we're going to have on both sides for Cincinnati and Pittsburgh right there. It's going to be hard for those stretch runs because both of these teams have athletic linebackers, great parallel quickness here, especially when your defensive line is eating up blocks like the Passion are so far in this game.
Second down, 10 after the no-gainer from the shotgun for Mason. Looks, time, pressure comes down. She'll float it out there in double coverage, tipped down, and Harris was eyeing up interception number 2 of the game and of the quarter. But it goes harmlessly to the phony grass here at Slippery Rock, and it will be third down.
Yeah, and almost a great interception, but it was a great play by Cincinnati there. When you're a receiver, sometimes you have to accept that I'm not going to catch this ball and I have to turn it into a defender. You'll see right here, if she doesn't get a hand on Harris late, I think she's going to grabbed Harris's hand so she couldn't come down with that interception. Heads-up play there by Cincinnati as well.
That was Parks, the intended receiver, and the one who made that big-time catch of 43 yards that had them in Pittsburgh territory for the first time. But that drive is in jeopardy. Now third down and 10 at the 29-yard line. Trips tight to the formation. They shovel it out left side. It's Church. Cuts back against the grain. First down and more as she'll get 13. And a Cincinnati first down and a third down conversion for the Cougars.
And they've been giving Janine Church more and more carries throughout the year if she's comfortable playing both sides of the football. Again, second in the league in tackles, second on the team in tackles as well with Rivers, but she's a talented running back as well. Really nice cutback right there when nothing was open on the outside. And then you saw, Matt, she has a lot of speed going downhill right there. Really hard to tackle in open field.
Of course, Cincinnati without the services of Kiana Williams, who was dazzling in her.
Oh, my goodness. I hope she's back in the league next year. She had to nurse the whole year off with injury last year, but unbelievable running back.
Pressure comes, check down, tipped into the air and incomplete. Pittsburgh was all over that.
And she's one of the reasons why they made it up now playing Division I. And again, they started off the year winning against Columbus, then losing to the St. Louis Slam, who's a pretty good team as well, beat the Music City Misfits. And then when you have the Passion twice and the Divas to end your regular season, it's always going to be a tough year. And that's the schedule Cincinnati has their first year up here in the big leagues in the WFA.
Be second down and 10. Church one more time, breaks a couple tackles, pushes her way towards the 10.
Brought down by Haley Coomer.
Big cheering section for Haley Coomer tonight.
Just maybe a couple extra cheers.
One of the favorite parts about this league and Pittsburgh Passion fans, it's fan appreciation night here tonight. And I know Teresa Kahn, so appreciative of the support of the Pittsburgh Passion and the fan base. Pass goes incomplete.
Pass, incomplete, intended for Parks.
Parks, the intended receiver on that one, and now fourth down coming up.
Okay, Pittsburgh, it's fourth down and 5.
It's now a huge play in this first quarter. A little bit outside of field goal range, or they just want to go for it here. 4th and 5. Cincinnati, not the best passing team this year, but in their red zone, that's when their passing ends up being a little bit better. Angela Mason again with 5 touchdowns on the year out of her 18 completed passes going into this season.
4th down and 10. They go to the handoff. Church in trouble, trying to stretch it out. Pittsburgh stretches it to the corner, but did Church able to get there? It's going to be very close, dependent upon the spot. Looks like the spot says short. Pittsburgh is going to get the turnover on downs. And a game of inches here. Rufner converges at Pittsburgh. Stops Cincinnati shy of the goal line.
Church, again, dangerous in space, makes that play out of nothing. Looks like it was going to be a tackle for a loss, but great job by the Passion, especially Rufner, to just keep up with her and use that sideline as your friend. Don't let her outreach that arm. Huge stop on 4th down for the Passion.
Shovel pass over to Paladin. And Paladin will be able to pick up 5 on the first down carry, and that is the way this first 15 will come to a close with Pittsburgh leading Cincinnati 7-0. We come back for quarter number 2 and the WFA Game of the Week right here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Don't go anywhere. Quarter number 2 when we come back.
Supportive.
Grateful.
Inspiring.
Connected. Integrated.
Community. Communication.
Great.
Fun.
Meaningful.
Inclusive. Dedication.
Professional. Care.
Opportunities. Excellent. Passionate.
Family.
Family.
Awesome.
Miller's Mini Storage has the extra room you need. For more than 3 decades, our storage facility in Elizabeth, PA has offered secure, affordable, and accessible storage solutions. Miller's Mini Storage has you covered. Simply bring a lock and key and keep your items safe at our location. New insulated units are available with dawn to dusk access. Storing with us is easy and convenient. Visit millersministorage.com today and reserve your space. Miller's Mini Storage, your space, your way. This Pittsburgh Passion broadcast of the Game of the Week brought to you in part by our friends at Aid Nation. Hydration, everybody, every day. There is co-owner Dana Harris in attendance here tonight on the sideline, talking X's and O's. And if you have ever got a chance to sit down with Dana Harris, she is entrenched and cares about every girl on this team. She cares about the winning. She cares about winning the most, I think. She really does. She gets so involved and really cares about where these Pittsburgh Passion women are doing on and off of the field as Paladin gets the carry, picks up the first down. But great to see that Dana Harris is with us here tonight.
It just gives you a little bit of extra motivation. Like, hey, let's try to show off a little bit for the owner, and shows how much she cares about this team as well. And so far, after that first quarter, 38 yards for Paladin, and you pick up another 11 right there, having a really nice first half.
Out Chavez. Chavez cuts it back inside and picks up another 11 to the 35-yard line at a Pittsburgh Passion first down, back-to-back. Moving of the chains for Pittsburgh.
And they're getting runs in chunks here, which is always what you like to see for the Passion. Remember, Napo averaged over 10 a carry this year. Chavez is having a great year on the ground as well, averaging 9.6 yards and already has a 65-yard run. Here's a little pitch play to the right side off the pass.
Yeah, they pitch it out, and not much available for Paige Bragg. Nice open field tackle there.
And the first objective of this game, Matt, is obviously to win, but also it's going to be your only live action until that playoff game. So you got to try to get this passing game going just a little bit more. Again, now 5 turnovers in the last 2 games. But you'd love to have Chavez have a lot of confidence going into the playoffs.
Back to the ground game, it's Ari Smith. And Smith trying to be patient there and then blocking pushes as Kylie Anthony comes back in to make the tackle. Where it will be 3rd down now for Pittsburgh. And this is a Cincinnati defense too, Damon, that, you know, going back to that DC game, they gave up 64 points. As Chavez now going to test it. Pittsburgh wants to add to their score, and they will. Bethany Meyer. A flag is down. Chavez to Meyer. Will this one stand? Pittsburgh trading it like it is, and it is an offsides on Cincinnati. Touchdown will stand, and Pittsburgh goes 59 yards for the Pittsburgh touchdown.
See it one more time. There's the offside. Chavez realizes I have a free play here. Aaron Rodgers-esque. I'm going to throw it deep right to Bethany Meyer, layer it right over the corner. What a throw, and then Bethany Meyer in open field. You're not going to be able to catch her. What a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Passion, the longest reception of the year for anybody on this Pittsburgh Passion team, and Bethany Meyer gets her 4th touchdown of the year, Matt.
Extra point from Lizzie Martz. Pittsburgh goes up 2 scores, 14-0. With 12:50 to go in the second. Passion in control. Come back for more WFA Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm F. Doc Harris, and I'm here to talk to you about women's professional football. I've played a lot of video games, and I've watched a lot of football on TV, so that makes me an expert. I can tell you right now, I know what real football looks like.
Oh, hey, Doc. Thank you.
Good luck this season. And as we can see, the future of technology is with us. You might be thinking, Doc, this is truly amazing. And we got.
Hey, is the projector ready? Come on, time for a team meeting.
From Mahalik-Thompson Stadium at Slippery Rock University, 14-0 Pittsburgh over Cincinnati. It'll be Emily Smith to put it on a tee and send it back to Cincinnati. And that one took a weird bounce, but a perfect bounce for the awaiting Pasha Rivers, as Cincinnati will take over, and we will go downstairs and check in with Susie Cole. Suze?
Thanks, Matt. Head coach Teresa Kahn confirmed that star running back Ellie Napo is officially out for the season after fracturing her clavicle last week against DC. Now, Coach Kahn called it a tremendous hit to the team. However, the mindset with the Passion is always all about grit and rallying together in her absence. And we've already seen that today with veterans Sarah Paladin and Ari Smith stepping up, and you can expect to see newcomer Ronnie Brown in the mix at some point today as well. Matt?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Suze, that the loss of Ellison Napo will be felt for Pittsburgh, but, you know, it is in a lot of ways that next woman up mentality in the WFA. So girls need to step up and step in and fill the void. And to this point, Pittsburgh has done a nice job offensively as Church gets the call here, a host of tacklers in. But I also think, Damon, I think it puts a little bit more pressure on Makai Chavez to throw the rock a little bit more and be a little bit more 50-50. I think Pittsburgh was starting to get into that 60-40, even 70-30 run first type offense. And we know from just a few seasons ago that Makai Chavez is capable of being a offensive player of the year caliber player.
Yeah, and I think just a couple unlucky throws last week, and then today on that first interception Cincinnati got, Chavez just needs to gain some confidence, and we saw that on that deep ball. That she's still there, that arm talent is still there, and then she's a dangerous runner always as well.
Church falls forward. Air good, along with Anna Duffield.
Brought down again by Duffy.
And Matt, one more thing on that. I mean, it wasn't like Napa was just having a good year. She was having a remarkable year, a record-setting year, as we see every week with the rushing leaders, the passing leaders. She was leading the whole entire league in rushing for Division I, Division II, having a heck of a year. But you said Paladin's going to do a really good job. Some others, maybe even they take a play out of the Cincinnati playbook. And if you have somebody really talented on defense, like a Harris or anybody like that, could run the football as well. Any way you can make some splash plays now. It's not going to be one person that can replace Napo. It's going to be a lot of people replacing Napo.
3rd and 1. They go shotgun here, and they hand it off. Fullback dive play. And Duffield read the play beautifully, but I think they're going to get one.
Almost tried to hold her up there so she couldn't use her momentum to fall forward for the first down by Duffield there, but it's still going to be a first down for Cincinnati. And
yeah, that was Haley Tippett on the carry, her first carry of the night.
That short yardage back has 1 touchdown, 30 carries for 103 yards, only 3.4 yards, but a lot of those she's getting are those fullback dives.
Yeah, if you're getting those 3 yards is great.
Absolutely. There's been many running backs in this town that have made a lot of money off of 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
This is now 3 yards in a cloud of tire pellets. She'll get another carry. Triplet off the right side and picks her way for 2.
Tackled by T. Cash.
Tiana Cash on the tackle for Pittsburgh.
Gain of 2 makes it 2nd down and 8.
And the Massey ratings really control Pittsburgh's destiny. Obviously, they need to win, and they are still in the driver's seat. They're still in the number 1 spot in the National Conference coming into this week. And even with the loss to D.C., they have the advantage. So how they win is just as important as if they win.
The only one that jumped Pittsburgh last week in that loss was Minnesota, who went up to that 2nd spot. Salt Lake still undefeated, 5-0 in that number 1 spot.
Salt Lake is fresh off of moving up.
Yeah, how about that? Your first year up here and that passing attack, I've heard a lot about it. Excited to see potentially them and Cannon.
Tackles to Coomer and Whitmer.
Only 2 on that last carry. Coomer on the stop.
Cincinnati shows you getting called up too and having a tough schedule. Still 2 wins in this ball game too. There's a lot of talent in Division II when they come up here, and sometimes you can be intimidated, but Salt Lake being 5-0 and blowing a lot of teams out. I mean, that is going to be a fun team to watch in the playoffs.
They just looked like a team even last year in the Division II National Championship, just looked like a team that belonged in pro. As did Cincinnati a year ago, and glad to see the Cougars up here. Ball on the carpet, Pittsburgh scoops it up. Look what I found, Haley Coomer on the fumble recovery, and Pittsburgh's defense. Turnovers aplenty here in the 2nd quarter. They get another one.
Right there was a triple option. You could have gave it to the fullback. You pull it, try to give it to Church late. Again, it can't be that late, especially when you have defensive linemen, linebackers blitzing. Church can't get to it. Heads up play to get on that football. Don't try to pick it up and get a couple extra yards. Just get on top of that for the Passion. And the defense coming up big so far in this game for the Passion. Matt, also looking at Division II next year, there's 3 undefeated teams that might get called up.
Yes.
as we still got a lot of business to take care of, but we always like looking what's going on in all the leagues.
Paladin on that carry. Yeah, we'll be on the call of the Division II championship game in Canton, Ohio. So,
well, I mean,
looking
real
forward
quick,
to that.
not to get off track here because we got playoffs and everything else, but in Division II, Oklahoma City's 5-0. Tri-State's 5-0. They're giving up 1 point per game. So to think about what we might see in the talent in Division II and one of those teams coming up here next year.
Chavez rolls out, eyes downfield, and trying to get Bethany Meyer on the near side, incomplete.
And this one might be coming back anyways. I think it's a holding on the Passion there, especially when your quarterback rolls out like that. You do not want to get her hit. You usually grab the outside shoulder.
And Golda Baku in coverage for Cincinnati timed that hit on Meyer perfectly.
Number 56. Penalty will be declined. 3rd down.
They're going to decline it because they do not want the Passion to get 2 more chances to get this 1st down.
Incompletion makes it 3rd down and 14 for Pittsburgh.
Which I understand, 2nd and 24 to 3rd and 14, but still makes me nervous. 14 yards for this Passion team. We've seen them run the ball for 14 yards. We've seen Chavez scramble for 14 yards.
Chavez looks downfield. She'll take off with her legs, break a tackle. Chavez another. Chavez to the 1st down marker. Makai Chavez.
Sometimes, Matt, you just have a funny feeling. I said I've seen Chavez run for 14 yards a lot of times. It's amazing to me. There was 5 defenders staring at her when she got past that line of scrimmage. You'll see right here on this rollout. And she's still fully confident that she's going to be able to get this 1st down. You'll see 1, 2, 3 different defenders here on your screen that could make a tackle. There's 4 and 5. She still gets 15 yards.
Handoff there that goes not anywhere as Ari Smith tracked down by Anthony. I will say, though, the improvisation of Makai Chavez is one of the most impressive parts to her game. It might not look bright, but she can make it. It looks like defense jumped again. Going to be a free play, and they'll just dump it out to Johnson. Johnson breaks the tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll check with our officials.
Movement on both sides of the ball, but definitely looked like the defense made that first flinch.
Yeah, they would have blown it dead. It had been offensively, so.
Tackled by Baja Carter. Gain of 1.
And we can't hear down the field, but maybe some different hard counts there by Chavez after seeing a lot of these blitzes.
They picked it up. 3rd down. Play action one more time. Chavez rolls, dumps it out, and a great open field tackle. Church delivers a great tackle to Cody Johnson.
And Cody Johnson's hard to take down one-on-one, and you saw her get up slow. So what a hit by Church. Again, playing running back for this team, leading the league or 2nd in the league in tackles, and she hits you like I was going to say a truck. Her name's Church, but a truck or whatever else you want to think of in the open field for Church and Rivers when they're playing linebacker. Again, leading the league in tackles.
Chavez. Downfield to Meister. Chavez Meister connects inside the 20-yard line. A Pittsburgh Passion 1st down.
That's what we've been looking for these last couple weeks. Meister's been a little bit quiet this year. 10 catches for 91 yards. That's going to be your longest reception of the year, and what a way to shift your body in midair there, catch that a little bit behind you.
27 yards on the pass and catch. Swing it out. Paladin. And Church is there for another tackle. Stretches it out. 2nd down upcoming, but
this one I won't try to compare her to whatever making tackles there by Church, but she's gonna come up on your screen so much. Here's an aerial view of that pass though by Chavez. Gets the shoulders set, finds Meister downfield, and again, way to adjust your body in midair there to catch that behind you by Meister.
Rolling again. Chavez on the money. to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Paige Bragg. Something to brag about, a 3-touchdown lead for Pittsburgh.
And this is the Makai Chavez we've wanted to see the last 2 weeks, throwing the football. Really confident when you get her out in space, she can set her feet, turn her shoulders to her receiver. Way to layer that right over the linebacker. You'll see right here, not the easiest throw. You throw it right over the top on that drag route, waiting for it to develop, and way to get into the end zone as well. The Passions offense is firing on all cylinders early in this one.
Lizzie Marks to attempt another PAT.
March back on.
Late substitution here, but they got her in.
Yeah, Alyssa George ran on there. Make it 11. And a bad snap. And now taking off, trying to get to the corner. Not available. And they will be stopped short. Bethany Meyer, the holder, trying to make something happen there. And it will be 20-0. A lead for Pittsburgh here in the WFA Pro Game of the Week. Pittsburgh well in hand.
Supportive.
Grateful.
Inspiring.
Connected. Integrated.
Community. Communication.
Great.
Fun.
Meaningful.
Inclusive. Dedication.
Professional.
Care.
Opportunities. Excellent. Passionate.
Family.
Family.
Awesome.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
Welcome back to Slippery Rock. Pittsburgh leads it. We'll update it for you. 20-0 over Cincinnati. Here, 7:41 to go in the second quarter. Pittsburgh firing on all cylinders, doing it offensively and defensively. A little bit of a bobble there across the 40. Decent field position here. Haley Tippett on the return for Cincinnati, and now the Cougars offense tries to get something going, and I think now down 3 scores, Damien, you got to be on the lookout for something deep downfield. We saw what Cincinnati could do, put them in good field position, but want to thank all the fans in attendance all year long. Fan appreciation night here at Slippery Rock, and Pittsburgh Passion fans, some of the best in the WFA, and we appreciate their passion for the passion.
And they've been given really good home field advantage this year. Every single game, getting loud on those 3rd and 4th downs and cheering on these ladies, having a heck of a year once again. And it seems like Slippery Rock's been a really nice home these last 2 seasons for the Passion, and a lot of people love coming up here and making a weekend of it.
As Mason fires in a tight window, gets it to a receiver for a couple.
And, man, I think this is what's been frustrating for the Cincinnati fans is you see the potential with Mason, how she can zip the ball in there, how well they can run the football, but the turnovers this year, and then on defense you have those 2 talented linebackers, but not a lot of splash plays. Adjustment obviously playing in Division I this year and are going to be a really good team, and you can see why they're on the verge of being a playoff contender in Division I. But, again, when you play the Divas and you play the Passion 2 times out of the last 3 weeks, it's going to be a tough end of the season.
Matula on that last catch. As this is 2nd down at 5. Mason feeling some pressure even though it wasn't there. Now it comes Cash. She got her, and she got her down. Tiana Cash cashes in one more time. Another sack for 55.
The last 2 weeks, Tiana Cash has been jumping off the screen right there. Mason tries to get rid of that football, but I think she's surprised by the speed of Cash to be able to track her down in the backfield, getting a huge play here for the Passion. The last 2 weeks, once again, Tiana Cash has been making plays all over the place for this defense. That gives Tiana Cash 2.5 sacks on the year. Duffield still is now tied for the lead with Cash with 2.5. George with 2, and Niedermeyer also has 2 on the year as well.
Go to the left side, broke a tackle to Church. Church sidesteps another, gets tackled by Duffield from behind, right at the midfield stripe. 3 yards shy of a first down for Cincinnati.
Again, Church is doing everything she can for this team, playing both sides of the ball. Every time she touches the ball, it seems like she's breaking 1 or 2 tackles on the run or a reception right there out of the backfield. It looks they're going to call a timeout for Cincinnati to give Church a breather and this offense, because this is a huge 4th down right at the 50-yard line. Would love to come away with points on this drive. At least going to half, maybe down only 2 possessions here. It's actually the...
All right, we'll step aside and we'll come back with more of the game of the week.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
High above Slippery Rock University, the side of our WFA Pro Game of the Week here on the All Women's Sports Network. And, of course, Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Alongside Damon McDermott, I'm Matt Fargo. Susie Cool's down on the sidelines. Our presentation of Pittsburgh Passion football here tonight. JRM video crew bringing you this one. The sights and sounds is a fullback dive is Church. And Pittsburgh has it sniffed out, but it's going to be enough for a first down. On 4th down, they go dive play and give it to their bread and butter back. And Church has been getting a steady dose, man. Talk about a workhorse, doing it on both sides of the football.
Yeah, she's carried the football a ton, and then she's going to lead the team in tackles almost every single week as well. But a huge first down for Cincinnati. They would love, again, they could score with about 20 or 10 seconds left on the clock, only go down by 2 possessions going into the halftime. You feel a little bit better here if you can put together a drive.
Stretch play off to the right side, and Church runs into Haley Coomer. And Nikki Hartman on that stop. There's the timeout for Cincinnati.
Look at Ari Smith coming out there getting in the water for the girls. Who said you're not going to be locked in if you're not out on the field right now? And a good timeout, because I think those first 2 plays, you're hoping you kind of break a run there and you're almost in the red zone with 1:20 to go. But now you got to use a timeout. Still have 2 left, but makes this drive a little bit more uncomfortable because now you got to start hurrying up a little bit. You might be calling 2 or 3 plays in the huddle every single time now if you're Angela Mason. But, Matt, in these last couple weeks, we've seen the hurry-up offense work for both teams, so you never know.
Let's check back downstairs with Susie Cool.
Matt, you guys keep talking about the fans up there, and with it being the last regular season game for your Pittsburgh Passion, the team is calling today's finale the gratitude game for their fans. Head coach Teresa Kahn saying she can't thank the fans enough for the support they show the women on this team every single season, even saying they consistently show out. Even on the road, Passion fans out-travel every team in the country. So today is all about saying thank you to those fans who keep on showing up. Matt?
Yeah, it's what it's all about. No question. Passion would not be around if it's not for the fan base, and not only the friends and family that show up and show out every Saturday, but also the OGs, the ones that have been around. Watch this team win national championships in Pittsburgh's quest for the Franco Harris National Championship trophy. Of course, the late, great co-owner of this Pittsburgh Passion franchise. Another pass and catch. Mason gets that over to Gutierrez.
Second timeout.
Nice slant pitch and catch right there. Pretty much just calling no huddle, and you're telling your wide receiver probably have a couple hand checks at the line of scrimmage as Mason was demanding that football, clapping over and over again. We got to hurry up. Now they got to use that second timeout. If I'm them outside of this timeout now, I think you're calling again 2 or 3 plays in the huddle, not using that timeout until maybe you have a pass that goes to the middle of the field or you can't get out of bounds on something to that outside boundary.
Just under a minute to go here. Beautiful night here. A postcard perfect night for football. Just about an hour north of Pittsburgh, 80 degrees here in Slippery Rock. Division II college program. Of course, co-head coach Lisa Horton, and assistant coach with the college football program for the tight ends, and newly named head coach of the new women's flag program that will start competition in 2028. Got a clinic coming up featuring some of these Pittsburgh Passion players that won the WFA Flag National Championship last summer in Canton. Church gets a whole host of Passion players in on that tackle. Takes a few to bring her down.
Absolutely, and here's Cincinnati trying to get on the ball quickly, but here's a late substitution for an injured lineman, so that's going to cost you about 10 seconds as well.
Now down to 30 seconds in this half. Mason surveys, pressured, throws, overcooked. And it could be thanks in part to the pressure provided by Tiana Cash. She was in the grill of Angela Mason when she attempted that throw.
Yeah, you noticed exactly what I noticed right there, Matt. Tiana Cash, it looked like they almost tried to double or split it right away. I mean, uses pad level exceptionally well right there in a rip move, and right away Angela Mason's like, I do not want to get brought down by her again. I am going to get this ball off as quick as possible. And again, I keep talking about it, but you can only double one of them, so then Niedermeyer's going to get free, or one of the DNs are going to get free. It's just, this defensive line is just causing some major havoc these last couple weeks, which is great to see heading into the playoffs.
Down to 18 seconds now. 3rd down and 7. Ball to 27. Mason steps up, lets it throw, and Harris almost got another one. She had her paws on it, but it goes incomplete, and it will be 4th down with 10 ticks to talk.
And right there, what a play by Harris. Again, when you're playing deep safety by yourself, cover 3 look or a man look right there, you're just reading the post and almost comes over and snatches that one out of the air. She could have 3 in this first half, but she's doing a really good job playing center field back there for this defense.
Fourth down and 7 with 10 seconds to play. Mason back to pass. Church in as a blocker. She'll throw to the sticks and throw well offline for an intended receiver. Petula that was the intended receiver. It'll be a turnover on downs with 3 seconds. Have to imagine a quick knee down will get us to recess.
You would think, Matt. You never know, though.
You don't. One more last Hail Mary.
We've seen crazier things, but up by 20, don't want any injuries as well. I would expect maybe just a run up the middle or a knee, like you said, but we've seen the Passion pull out trick plays. When we
love them. That was always a Lisa Horton, the first play of every game would be a trick play, and no one caught on to that fact. It's pretty wild. There it is. Chavez to an E to take us to the break. 20-0. Pittsburgh leads it over Cincinnati. Domination on both sides of the football to this point. Pittsburgh has the shutout pitch in the first half. And if you ask the defense, that means as much to them as the 20 does. Let's go back down to Susie Cool as Lisa Horton.
Thanks, Matt. Coach, quarterback Makai Chavez being impressive out there today. Already a few impressive deep passes, running the ball when she needs to herself. Where can you continue to lean on her in the second half?
With her legs and her arms. She's got a great arm. She downed herself early. We're like, look, I believe in you. Team believes in you. She's like, all right, let's go. And she bounced back right away, and that's what we're about. So we're looking forward to putting some up in the next half as well.
Thanks so much, Coach. Matt?
Thank you, Susie, and thanks to Lisa as well. First half in the books. We catch our breath and we come back with the second half. But before we do that, we'll have, of course, a nice Pittsburgh Passion feature on one of the Pittsburgh Passion players. We'll tell you more about that when we come back. Halftime here at Slippery Rock. Passion lead at 20-0 in the WFA Game of the Week.
Supportive.
Grateful.
Inspiring.
Connected.
Integrated.
Community. Communication.
Great.
Fun.
Meaningful.
Inclusive. Dedication.
Professional. Care.
Opportunities. Excellent. Passionate.
Family. Family.
Awesome. Time for dinner.
Hi, I'm F. Doc Harris, and I'm here to talk to you about women's professional football. I've played a lot of video games, and I've watched a lot of football on TV, so that makes me an expert. I can tell you right now, I know what real football looks like.
Oh, hey, Doc. Thank you.
Good luck this season.
Halftime here at Slippery Rock, the Pittsburgh Passion looking to bounce back after a loss last week, and they're doing a great job at it. They lead at 20-0 over Cincinnati in the regular season finale. And we talked a lot about the quarterback in Makai Chavez, but every quarterback will tell you that they're nothing without their receivers, and one of them has been star-studded Bethany Meyer. I got a chance to sit down with her to talk about the season and about what the expectations of 2026 have for her and this team. Our Heart of the Passion interviews presented by Aid Nation continue. Bethany Meyer joins us on this episode. And Bethany, thanks so much for taking some time out.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course, looking forward to the home schedule of the 2026 Pittsburgh Passion season. But your thoughts on how the season has gone to this point?
Yeah, no, it's been exciting. You know, we started off strong and then we had a close one with DC. So, you know, we're just getting started and I'm excited to see where we go from here.
This offense is electric, and it is pick your poison, I think might be the best way to describe it, because anyone is capable of turning it on at any time. Is it a comfort, or is it good knowing that so many hot hands can at any time become the person in any situation?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you just trust each other, and we really proved that in Tampa. You know, we all had a touchdown our starting line, so that was, you know, very exciting for everyone to kind of get, you know, some experience right off the bat.
Yeah, and I think great teams find ways to win in different ways. And in the Tampa win, it was the offensive production and firepower. Go ahead, try to outscore us. And the DC win, it was, okay, you want to get into a defensive stalemate? Fine, we can win that way too. We'll get our team into field goal range and find a way to win.
Yeah.
Just building that confidence also has to feel good. And I know everyone's thinking about trying to replicate not only getting back to the conference championship, but going one step further to get to Canton. And your thought process on how we can get there.
Yeah, I mean, just keep pushing ourselves. And at practice here, you know, we really push ourselves, and it's fun to see each other grow. And, you know, our saying is iron sharpens iron, and that proves to be true, because we come out and moments that you think the offense might be down, the defense picks us up, and vice versa. So it's just exciting.
How have you worked with Makai, and just the timing, and how has that relationship quarterback to receiver worked?
Yeah, so sometimes, you know, we have a little bit of an off moment at practice, and we say, okay, we need to start working on that, and then we just talk about it, and we get on a good ground, and we give each other a hug, and, you know, move forward.
Fourth year with the Passion. Tell me a little bit about how you ended up discovering the Passion. Unique in the sense that you were playing flag, and that kind of led you here, right?
Yeah, so I was playing flag for a period of time, and then our linebacker coach, Dylan, he was a ref for that flag league, and he asked me if I wanted to come out and try out for the team. And so I did, and I actually had just had a baby within the year, so I was like, wow, this is really turning a new leaf, you know, in the middle of my life. But no, it's been a great experience.
And why to continue the passion, pun intended, of you're a mom and you're a football player, and I have to imagine too, the people outside of this world have to can't question more on how to understand why that is.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's so exciting to be able to have a platform to show my child. You know, he's 4.5 and a little boy at that, so I get to show him that, you know, women belong in sports and how strong women can be. So it's a really fun, you know, experience. What do
you do during the day, and what leads you to coming here at night?
So I am a pricing specialist for an oil company. They actually sponsor us, so Relodyne, a little shout out.
Yes, absolutely.
So I do that, and then I get to sit all day, you know, and work on the computer. So this is a great outlet for me to come out and move my body and get out here. So it keeps driving me.
All right, well, thanks so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll come back with more Pittsburgh Passion football in the back half of this break. Stick around.
And as we can see, the future of technology is with us. You might be thinking, Doc, this is truly amazing. And we got.
Hey, is the projector ready? Come on, time for a team meeting.
Miller's Mini Storage has the extra room you need. For more than 3 decades, our storage facility in Elizabeth, PA has offered secure, affordable, and accessible storage solutions. Miller's Mini Storage has you covered. Simply bring a lock and key and keep your items safe at our location. New insulated units are available with dawn to dusk access. Storing with us is easy and convenient. Visit millersministorage.com today and reserve your space. Miller's Mini Storage, your space, your way. Halftime here at Slippery Rock. Thanks to Bethany Meyer. Always great to catch up with her and also learn about the backgrounds of some of these great athletes that put on the pads every Saturday evening. Passion lead this one 20-0 as we take a look at our first half stats presented to you by Extended Family Programs. And our first half stats, what stands out to you Damon McDermott.
Well, the first thing I said, I think what's frustrating for Cincinnati, you can see they move the ball well, but those big third and fourth downs have been troublesome for them and for the Passion. I mean, 220 yards, and it's been efficient, Matt. They're getting 8 to 9 yards a carry. You've seen Marcelina Chavez throwing the ball better this week. That confidence is back. You can see why, again, you talked about being an offensive MVP for this whole entire league. You never want to doubt Marcelina Chavez, the way she's used her legs and her arm in this game. And then you got to give Sarah Powell a shout-out for being that lead running back now for this team and how she's had over 60 yards here in the first half as well. Both teams only one turnover. And other than that, it's been a pretty clean game. And the Passion, you just cannot complain. You've done everything you want to do from special teams, offense, and defense. All three sides of the football playing really well here a week before the playoffs.
And that 220 yards for Pittsburgh is on 23 plays. So it's, you mentioned, very, very efficient for sure. That first half stats brought to you by Extended Family Programs, where children come first for over 20 years. We appreciate their sponsorship of Pittsburgh Passion Football. All right, when we come back, we'll take a look at some highlights from this first half and get you set for the second half. Take a look at maybe some scores from around the WFA in this final week of the regular season. You are watching coverage of Pittsburgh Passion Football right here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Baker's Waterproofing is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
And we are back to Slippery Rock, 20-0 Pittsburgh Passion lead over the Cincinnati Cougars alongside Damon McDermott, Matt Fargo with you. Susie Cools down on the sidelines as we go to the first half highlights. And Pittsburgh gets on the board first, but it was a turnover in the opening series that had Cincinnati thinking they had something cooking.
Yeah, you thought maybe a Cinderella story, an upset, but then turnover right on the other side for Harris getting her second INT of the season. Always she's going to get you a couple return yards off that interception. And then after this, it felt like the Passion finally settled into this football game. Sarah Padalin getting her second touchdown of the year, just getting across that goal line, being that lead back now for the Pittsburgh Passion.
Made it 7-0, and Pittsburgh had the lead. But then Cincinnati goes to the big pass play. Mason dials one up for Parks, and great field position. That drive would stall on a fourth down. Pittsburgh gets the ball back, and they say, we can do this too, but we're going to score on it. Bethany Meyer on cue. She knows she's the halftime interview. Got to give them something to talk about. She gets into the end zone, 14-0 Pittsburgh. Then coughing up of the pill, Pittsburgh is able to recover this one as Haley Coomer comes up with a fumble recovery, and then it's Marcelina Mackay Chavez picking up a first down on a third down and long. She was able to get to the sticks. That sets up Pittsburgh more scoring opportunities. Chavez does it with her legs. She goes, look, I can do it with my arm too, tossing to Paige Bragg, who gets into the end zone to give Pittsburgh a 20-0 lead at recess. There's some passion fashion for you as the Pittsburgh Passion fans always sport it out in their favorite Passion gear. You can get yours at PittsburghPassion.com. Hey, the team's about to come out. That means the second half is about to begin, and we're coming back on the back half of this break with more Pittsburgh Passion football.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
Hi, I'm F. Doc Harris, and I'm here to talk to you about women's professional football. I've played a lot of video games, and I've watched a lot of football on TV, so that makes me an expert. I can tell you right now, I know what real football looks like.
Oh, hey, Doc. Thank you.
Good luck this season.
We are back. Pittsburgh Passion Football, and there is Ellison Napo, still nursing that injury. She suffered a broken clavicle last week, and obviously thoughts with her as she begins this rehab. But that's why they do it, Damon, is they do it a lot for the love of the game, and she's still out here supporting her teammates, and that's also a testament to the sisterhood and the bond that the Pittsburgh Passion have, that she just suffered an injury, season-ending injury just last week, and she's already still here supporting the teammates.
You know she wasn't going to miss a game, and what's interesting, a storyline that we'll try to keep track of is Sam Gordon was over 100 yards short of Napo to have that rushing crown this season, so Napo not even playing in this game has a shot to lead the league in rushing this year. Sam Gordon 625 yards, Napo was 738. Would be a really nice feather in her cap if you don't even get to play the last week of the season. You still lead the league in rushing.
No, isn't that the truth? And Gordon obviously was a star in Division II for Salt Lake a season ago when they won the Division II national championship. Now they're trying to go back-to-back and do it from D1 to D2. Never been done in WFA history. Cincinnati, though, they'll have to recalibrate here in the second half. And, you know, I mentioned going into the break, Damon, we were talking about the Massey ratings and really that being the catalyst to how the playoffs end up working out. Pittsburgh wants to keep this goose egg on the scoreboard, because if they could add to their point total and keep Cincinnati out of the end zone, that is only going to help things for the Massey ratings to make sure Pittsburgh stays in that number one spot at the end of the regular season.
And you want to know how close it is. For the Massey ratings, out of 10, Salt Lake 9.83, Minnesota 9.25, Pittsburgh at a 9 on the dot, DC 8.97, only 0.03 between the two. So I think at halftime, part of that speech was like, hey, let's keep the points a-coming, and if we can get a shutout to really show a statement this last week, we're going to be able to have 2 home games here, and you're going to need that home crowd behind you for that big playoff push.
Yeah, because you looked at what Cincinnati did with DC. We mentioned the fact that DC won 64-28, but Cincinnati scored 4 touchdowns against the Divas. So if Pittsburgh can pitch the shutout and add to their point total, I think they're in a great position to stay above DC, even with the split of the season series. And, man, that rivalry is something special, man, because Pittsburgh goes down to DC, they beat the Divas. Divas come back up to Pittsburgh and return the favor. It seems like that's the way the script goes year in and year out. So we'll have to see how it all breaks down. Pittsburgh knows they'll host a playoff game in 2 weeks. We hope to see you there. Site and time to be determined, but we know that it will be on June 27th, round 1 of the WFA Pro playoffs, and the road to Canton will begin for the Pittsburgh Passion in trying to chase that Franco Harris National Championship trophy. Who to play? It could be Cincinnati. It could be Tampa, because 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3, and there's still a lot of shuffling that could end up going down. And I think, and I would imagine you agree, Damon, is I think both DC and Pittsburgh want to stay away from Tampa.
Yeah, I keep saying it. Tampa's playing DC right now. They can end the season 1-5, but every time we watch them play, they'll play DC tough. They played the Passion really tough almost winning that game if they would have had that 2-point conversion. So Tampa's one of those teams, I don't care, throw record out the window. They're going to give you a tough game, and it seems like throughout the year they've got better and better. Oh, here we are.
High above look at us, and our stat man, Nick Lucchini, is all locked in. He doesn't even know. He just woke up. But we're having a great time here at Slippery Rock, and glad you're tuned in to our coverage of Pittsburgh Passion football and the game of the week here on the All Women's Sports Network and, of course, Sportsnet Pittsburgh. As we will step aside one more time and we'll come back with kickoff of the second half. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, Passion lead at 20-0.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Baker's Waterproofing is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
This Pittsburgh Passion broadcast in the WFA Game of the Week is brought to you in part by UPMC Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Pittsburgh Passion. Pittsburgh to give the ball to Cincinnati to get us going here in quarter number 3. As Smith will put this on a tee. And we're underway here in the third. Across the 30 to the 33, 34-yard line. Return for Baku. And we'll see what Cincinnati made adjustment-wise in the locker room. Pittsburgh defense has done a good job of keeping Church contained. She's gotten her yardage, but really has not allowed it to be explosive. And maybe with the exception of one or two pass plays, they've also been a no-fly zone for Angela Mason and attempting to get back in this one.
Yeah, and exactly what we talked about in pregame. If you try to make this team one-dimensional, it's going to get way more challenging here for Cincinnati. And they're going to be prone to more turnovers. For the Passion, they've done that well, and they've been getting a lot of pass rush just from their front line, not blitzing a lot of the linebackers or corners, which is really impressive to see as well.
They toss it out to Church, trying to stretch it out. Pittsburgh has it blown up in the backfield. Nikki Hartman and Cash come in. And backward goes the Cougars here to start off.
Church again, it's going to take multiple women to bring her down, but right there, grab her legs. Got a couple people trying to grab the football as well. And Church has nowhere to go. What an answer from last week for this Passion defense so far in the final week of this regular season.
Shotgun formation for Mason. Back to Pest. Pressure off the edge. Throws, was able to get it away, and will pick up 3 yards on the check down throw to Rupp Bontranger.
Way to just get this pass off. Watch the blitz on the edge coming. Mason has no idea, just gets the ball off and takes a huge shot, but still ends up being positive yards here for Cincinnati. But again, here's another 3rd and long, Matt. Exactly where the Passion want to keep you. Now they can keep the receivers just in front of them. Use the sticks right there as an extra defender. And now Angela Mason has to try to convert another long 3rd down here for Cincy.
Back to pass is Mason. Steps up and lets it one rip, and she overshoots everybody. Incomplete. And fourth down will come up.
Punt team's going to have to come out here after not getting a first down on that drive. And again, Passion come right back out of this halftime, firing on all cylinders on defense. You saw the pass rush. You see Harris back there helping out. Really good coverage also on the back end for the Passion from number 89. That's Grace Stadza, who has 2 picks on the year as well. You don't want to throw her way either. You can see Mason there a little bit frustrated with the offense and how many hits she's taken in the backfield.
Punt unit out, muffed by Meister, and she'll jump on that one at the 45 as Pittsburgh will have the football first down at 10. So defense does their job. They check mark the box there right out of the locker room and make sure that they get off the field 3 and out. Can't pitch it any better, and that's got to be Teresa Kahn. She's the defensive coordinator, co-head coach, and former defensive back herself. She has got to love a 3 and out to start things here in the second half.
Got a defensive back coaching the defense, then you got a star quarterback coaching the offense. A well-versed staff. Once again, a lot of alumni end up being on this coaching staff too. You see players right there talking to Coach T as well always.
Paladin with a first down and more. Sarah's inside the 35 to the 34.
21 yards.
Picks up 21 and a Passion first down.
Right here, just an outside zone run with a fullback, Cody Johnson, getting a nice block. And then when Paladin gets that second level, she's going to keep her feet turning and gain another extra 5 yards. With this 3-woman defensive front for Cincinnati, they're inviting you to run the football. Now Marcelina Chavez is going to take it herself as well.
Yeah, she'll get the corner, have the first down, then goes back inside. Not afraid of contact is Chavez, and she's inside the 20, inside the red zone for Pittsburgh. An update on that other game we are keeping eyes out on. DC Divas lead the Tampa Bay Inferno 28-14 at halftime.
But again, for those Massey ratings, you've given up 14 already.
Yep.
And right now, Pittsburgh pitching a shutout and driving again.
Paladin looks for the edge, and a great seal block there on the edge from Bragg. Allows Sarah to push her way to the 11, or it will be second down and 3.
But I think encouraging signs for Tampa, Matt, real quick. 26 points against the Passion. It shows their offense. It seems like when everybody's healthy, and we saw a couple quarterback changes, they can score on the DC Divas or the Passion again. So neither team wants to see them in the playoffs.
No, especially for how familiar everybody's being with it being the third meeting. A throw that was errant, incomplete. I think Bragg turns into the defender on this play because otherwise Baku would have had an INT here, I believe. We'll get another look at this.
Yeah, and these are things we got to clean up for the playoffs here if you're the Pittsburgh Passion. Love being aggressive with that passing game, but you got to know that there's a corner sitting back there waiting for that drag route right by the goal line. But now 3rd and 3. Again, you don't even have to pick up everything here if you are going to go for it here on 4th down. You might see a Cody Johnson fullback dive here.
3rd and 3. They go screen. Chavez Meister pulled down and short of the line to gain. Got yanked down by her hair there. Lauren Carter on the tackle.
And she's frustrated because pretty much it was a fake fullback dive there, little bubble screen, and she saw the space, but getting pulled by the hair, that's never going to make you happy.
No, and I don't think Carter wanted to, but it's a part of the jersey. And there's the fullback dive. Cody Johnson says, I'll do this myself. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I called for the fullback dive 2 plays ago. They go for it on 4th down. Why not give it to Cody Johnson, getting her 3rd touchdown of the year. All 3 coming from plays like this. You give her a fullback dive, reads the block, actually kicks it a little bit to the outside. Good luck bringing her down as she goes into the end zone. Nice play for the Pittsburgh Passion, extending this lead to 26 points.
Beautiful look from the pylon cam. Johnson Gets into the end zone. Pittsburgh to go for 2. Fake it. Smith. Chavez throws to the end zone. It's caught. Chavez Meister adds 2 to Pittsburgh's tally. And it's 28-0. Passion on top of Cincinnati. Pittsburgh leads it 28-0. Thanks to this one. Come back with more action live from Slippery Rock.
What's up, Western Pennsylvania? My name's Lisa Horton, co-head coach, offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Passion, and also newly appointed head flag football coach here at Slippery Rock University. With the popularity of flag football growing each year, we're offering our second annual flag football camp. This camp will be facilitated by members of the Pittsburgh Passion, also WFA flag football champions in 2025, and members of our coaching staff here at Slippery Rock. To register for our July 16th camp, you can sign up at this website below. Can't wait to see you there. Go Rock!
Miller's Mini Storage has the extra room you need. For more than 3 decades, our storage facility in Elizabeth, PA has offered secure, affordable, and accessible storage solutions. Miller's Mini Storage has you covered. Simply bring a lock and key and keep your items safe at our location. New insulated units are available with dawn to dusk access. Storing with us is easy and convenient. Visit millersministorage.com today and reserve your space. Miller's Mini Storage, your space, your way. 28-0. That are 2 of the Passion reasons. Paige Bragg and Coney Johnson. Cogs in the wheel of this offense. 28-0 Pittsburgh. It's Emily Smith doing the kickoff duties from the 27. It's a Baku across the 40. See what Cincinnati's done offensively. 72 yards passing, 60 yards rushing.
Look at us getting the stat pops up here, Matt, live yards.
Tell you what.
Getting up ready for the playoffs.
First class.
Top class, top notch. And for Cincinnati here, Matt, it's going to be interesting because, again, you said for the playoff contention, they do have 2 wins, but they came earlier in the year. And like you said, Tampa Bay has played the Passion a little bit tougher than Cincinnati. But for them, I would say you got to try to get as many points as you can now, down by 28. The game's not completely out of reach, but a couple good drives to make it a 3 or 2 touchdown game here to just make your own resume look a little bit stronger.
Well, and ideally for Pittsburgh, they want to see Cincinnati come back here in 2 weeks. Back to pass from Mason. Throws and skips it short. Closest was Lizzie Martz, and she wears black and yellow. It'll be second down at 10, and now with Cincinnati down by 4 scores, they're going to get into passing a lot more than they're comfortable with.
Yeah, how about Tampa? 1-4, but their Matthew rating still 7.65. Just showing you their strength of schedule this year. As when we have time, we'll go over
get
that.
any favors.
No, not one.
Mason on second down and 10. From the 41, draw play. Tippett.
Haley Tippett, the ball carrier.
Across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
We have time right now, Matt. Just think about this schedule. We look for Tampa. Pittsburgh, Atlanta, D.C., Pittsburgh, Minnesota, D.C.
How about Michaela Bloodsaw on that tackle, Newcastle native?
Gain of 5, third down, and 5 from the Cougars, 46.
Yeah, that's a gauntlet.
How is your non-conference games against Minnesota, one of the best teams in the league?
Right. And Pittsburgh's also saying, like, we didn't have an easy schedule either, by the way. We had to go on the road for the first 3 games of this season, including opening up with Tampa on the road and then going to D.C. and Cincinnati before even getting a home game.
Tippett on the carry.
Tippett gets 2 more.
Tackled by T. Cash.
And it's fun to watch around the league because now St. Louis is in the league, and they got a nice rivalry with Minnesota.
Okay, Pittsburgh.
As well as
defending champs.
Yeah, I mean, you got the rivalries popping up. Obviously, the DC Divas in Pittsburgh, but as Cincinnati develops, I think this is going to be a huge rivalry too. The league's just growing, and competition keeps getting better and better.
It's been fun to watch. All for a chance to play for a national championship on national TV on ESPN2 at the end of July. Fullback dive play on 4th down. The convoy is not moving in the right direction. Pittsburgh slams the door shut. Another turnover on downs. And the Passion get the football right back. Tippett could not go anywhere on this one.
And I got to bring it up. Cincinnati now has not scored. It's been, over a game and a half now. Pittsburgh has shut them out, and they just cannot figure it out on those short yardage downs. The defensive line and the linebackers making huge play for the Passion. See a couple coaches even dancing a little bit, having a good time for this game. But again, Cincinnati, they've shown they can score against every team in the league, but when it comes to the Pittsburgh Passion, they have not let them breathe. Won in the first game 42-0, and now up 28-0. And that passing attack and the running attack for Cincinnati, they just cannot find any answers against this defensive line so far for the Passion.
Ari Smith, the ball carrier, gets thrown down at the line of scrimmage.
Ari Smith on the carry. Brought down by
Napier on the tackle.
1. 2nd down and 9 from the Cougars 49. Correction, no gain.
They give 2nd and 10. Smith one more time. Tries the other side. A little bit more room. Gets 1 on forward progress. It will be 3rd and 9. Clock becomes in Pittsburgh's favor, though, as we tick down towards 5 minutes now.
3rd down and 9 from the Cougars 48.
Here in the 3rd.
And they're at midfield here. If they wanted to go for it, they can. If you pick up 6 or 7 yards here on 3rd down. But again, the clock, do as much as you can here to milk it in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Play action, Chavez on the run, will throw on the run and throw a dart right at the sticks. Bragg pulls it down one more time. And it's going to be a yard short of the 1st down. It will be 4th and 1. And that we can do, I think Teresa Kahn and Lisa Horton said.
Watch for the quick fullback dive to Cody Johnson or a quarterback sneak.
How about that? Needed 1, got 3. And a Pittsburgh Passion 1st down, fresh set of downs. And, how about this statement by Pittsburgh, Damon? You fall to D.C. and what you felt like wasn't your best performance. You lose your starting tailback, and you come out against Cincinnati, who is just hungry for a win, and you have just taken ball to them.
Yeah, every single phase of this game they have dominated.
This is Ronnie Brown, first carry of the night.
First carry of the year.
How about that?
A nice little juice there on that first run.
Brown from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Townsend University alum.
Like the confidence right away, cutting that back to the inside.
They fake it to Brown, go back to the screenplay. It's Angie Cardillo, and Angie is right at 1st down yardage once again. Looks like about a half yard short.
They have 4. 3rd down and 1.
Brown, a U.S. Army officer from Clinton, Maryland, and of course playing in her rookie season. So her first carry of her Pittsburgh Passion career. Now they go back to the option play, flip it out to Smith as Chavez took a hit, was able to dish it off to Smith, and Pittsburgh doesn't use the true option very much, but execute it beautifully there.
And I think Chavez should run the option more because how dangerous she is with the ball in her hands. But the problem is, you'll see here, your quarterback can take a couple big shots on the option. Right there, she takes one, but pitches the ball perfectly to Smith, picks up the first down.
That clock winds towards 2 minutes here in the third.
Ref wanted to get a little bit of airtime, just saying make sure we don't start this clock until you get the signal from me.
First down for Pittsburgh, and a keep for Chavez. Chavez following blockers and picks up 7, maybe 8 on that first down run, and what a decision. And we had a great look at it from that angle of Chavez's decision to keep it instead of giving it off to Smith.
Yeah, right here, you're always looking usually at that defensive end. Right there, it looks like she's going to square up to the running back, so you keep it, cut it to the inside. Really good read option there by Marcelina Chavez.
They go back the other way. Smith is brought down behind the line of scrimmage by a yard. Anthony on the tackle.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Looks like there's going to be an injury timeout.
Official timeout, injury.
An injured player down for Cincinnati, and we'll step aside 30 seconds and be back after this.
What's up, Western Pennsylvania? My name's Lisa Horton, co-head coach, offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Passion, and also newly appointed head flag football coach here at Slippery Rock University. With the popularity of flag football growing each year, we're offering our 2nd annual flag football camp. This camp will be facilitated by members of the Pittsburgh Passion, also WFA flag football champions in 2025, and members of our coaching staff here at Slippery Rock. To register for our July 16th camp, you can sign up at this website below. Can't wait to see you there. Go Rock.
And we hope that you will join us for the Slippery Rock University Girls Flag Camp. And Susie Cool has a little bit more on the camp. Let's check downstairs with her.
Football camp at Slippery Rock focuses on position-specific drills, speed and agility, and competitive live play for local high school girls. College coaches will be in attendance there, like Passion's very own Coach Horton, who officially takes over the head coaching position for the new women's flag team at Slippery Rock on July 1st. And she is looking to stack up her squad prior to the 27-28 season. So Coach Horton is excited for July 16th. It's really her first real shot at recruiting for her new team. Matt?
Yeah, great opportunity to learn from some national champions. The Pittsburgh Passion WFA flag national champions last summer at Canton, Ohio, took home the title. So many of those players will be on hand as well. Ronnie Brown off the right side. Brown inside the 10.
We might have something here with Ronnie Brown. I'm liking the acceleration out of the backfield.
Pushed out of bounds by Rivers.
You know, and I think every year, you know, Pittsburgh can make a big run. There's always a rookie that puts on and like steps up and becomes a big part of it. And maybe Ronnie Brown's the story.
Well, her first 2 career carries have been impressive.
Fake it to Brown. Chavez goes left. Chavez is in. No helmet, no problem. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Flag on the field. It's going to be a face mask. And Marcelina Chavez said, I think if she didn't need to wear a helmet, she wouldn't. She loves contact. She said, I'll do it if you take my helmet off or not. I'm going to get a touchdown. And she looks like she's still fired up. Like, I can't believe you ripped my helmet off. But they're actually pointing to this way, too. Maybe a holding before that face mask.
Result of the play is a touchdown. We have a personal foul, Cincinnati face mask.
There we go.
The penalty being forced on the free kick.
Okay, just one. So it is a touchdown for Pittsburgh. And wait for Chavez to kind of keep her cool, too. I remember when I played, if I had my helmet ripped off there, I would not have been a happy camper. It looked like she was a little upset, but ends up getting a score for her team. You see right here, fights through contact. You try to drag her, not let her get in the end zone. She still fights her way in what a play for Marcelina Chavez, doing it all today with her arms, or with her arm and her legs.
Chavez gets in, and extra point by Lizzie Martz is good. 35-0 Pittsburgh.
What a drive, Matt. I think there was a lot of positives on that drive. Marcelina Chavez, again, being so dangerous with the option. Ronnie Brown with 2 rushes, getting into the game as a rookie. Sarah Padalin, again, doing everything she needs to do as that lead back now. And Chavez is probably on the bench right now laughing about, can you believe they ripped my helmet off and I still got into the end zone?
Well, this one, Chavez knowing where she wanted to go with it, Damon.
Yeah, read option there. Again, you're always reading that outside linebacker, defensive end. You think she's going to get in pretty easy, and then you get your helmet ripped off, and she doesn't care. She's in the end zone, looks over at, I think that was Pasha Rivers, and says, okay, I don't think that was needed. I was going to get in the end zone either way. And what a bounce-back game here for Marcelina Chavez. A player we know can win MVP every single year, and she'd even tell you last week there were some frustrating turnovers. The way to be a leader on this team and come back this week and pretty much execute everything perfect, as you see her on the bench with her team with a comfortable 35-0 lead now, as this offense has really answered the call this week with Napo out of the starting lineup. And Chavez knows there's going to be a lot of pressure on her throughout the playoffs, but if anybody can get it done, it's going to be her. As now you can see, too, Matt, this kickoff will be at the 50-yard line. So we have a chance here for a touchback after that face mask.
Yeah, for Emily Smith, that passion drive, 12 plays, 49 yards. Ate up a lot of the third quarter. Back to the 9 where it's bobbled around. It's still loose. And Cincinnati gets possession of it, but they don't even get to the 20-yard line. And I think one of the return women for the Cougars is injured. I think it's a Baku. Might have got the wind knocked out of her, maybe.
Yeah, when you're trying to get a fumble, you never know the shot you can take right there as she was going down for that ball. But looks like she's going to be okay. Really good defensive back as well for Cincinnati, so that would be a tough loss. But she's going to be able to make to the sideline on her own accord. And, Matt, look at that view with the American flag in the back. And now Teresa Kahn coaching up her team again. Would love another shutout. What a statement if you can shut out Cincinnati 2 times this year. Outscoring them this year, 77-0. The Cincinnati team we know that can score, can run the football well, but Passion have just sniffed it out this year against Cincinnati.
9 carries for 87 yards for Makai Chavez.
And just heard over the PA, Matt, Makai Chavez, 9 carries for 87 yards today. Again, with Knapp out of the lineup, the running attack is going to need a lot of help from Chavez, and she did exactly that in this game so far.
Mason will hand it off. New tailback. Carry Avange Craig.
That's the end of the third quarter.
End of the third. You heard the man. Yeah, it's the end of the third quarter. 35-0. Pittsburgh looking to put the finishing touches on a 5-1 regular season when we come back for the fourth quarter in the WFA Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm F. Doc Harris, and I'm here to talk to you about women's professional football. I've played a lot of video games, and I've watched a lot of football on TV, so that makes me an expert. I can tell you right now, I know what real football looks like.
Oh, hey, Doc. Thank you.
Good luck this season.
Supportive.
Grateful.
Inspiring.
Connected. Integrated.
Community. Communication.
Great.
Fun.
Meaningful.
Inclusive. Dedication.
Professional.
Care.
Opportunities. Excellent.
Passionate.
Family.
Family.
Awesome.
'26 Pittsburgh Passion Football brought to you in part by Gozo Travel, a boutique travel concierge service specializing in ocean river cruises, all-inclusive resorts, and soft adventures including Alaska, Hawaii, Africa, Portugal, Italy, and other bucket list travel. Explore, enrich, enjoy. Travel with Gozo Travel. Pittsburgh hoping Cincinnati is traveling back to Pittsburgh in 2 weeks for the playoffs. Open up the fourth quarter with an incomplete pass. Third down coming up here.
There's those great fans once again enjoying this shutout, and can't wait for that playoff game in 2 weeks here.
And how critical would it be if Pittsburgh could hang on to that top spot in the National Conference, home field throughout, guarantee that they could get a win in 2 weeks in the first round, that they would be hosting in the second for a right to go to Canton, Ohio, and they have unfinished business in that round from last year. As this carry will pick up a Cincinnati first down, as Angevine Craig carries again for the first down.
Correction, tackled by 35, Cameron Rufner. First down for Cincinnati at its 29.
DC has pulled out a 35-14 advantage late in the third quarter against Tampa.
But is that what's going to cost them, just giving up those 2 touchdowns? It's going to be so close, as everybody will be waiting for the updated rankings after this week.
Angevine Craig, again, the ball carrier, and across the 45 or the 35 to the 37. Yeah, and I think Pittsburgh staying in line with what DC is scoring this week also helps in that department.
I wouldn't be surprised at the end if it's only separated by like .001, and each team is like holding their breath, waiting to see. And neither team's going to be mad, but it seems like the Pats are going to be able to hold on to that spot, but you never know. DC might be watching the score of this game and just cheering for Cincinnati to score a couple touchdowns.
Right.
They want to lay it on the Inferno these last quarter and a half. So it's honestly, it's a lot of the way it is mapped out is we have the World Cup going on where everybody's looking at, okay, goal differential, this and that. For this, it's a scoring differential and how many points you gave up and all these things come into effect. It makes the last week pretty fun when it's not just win-loss and things like that when you're looking at the Massey ratings.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many pros and cons to the way that it's decided, but I think you almost need some other element other than just knowing, who's winning and who's losing, or even score differential, because that would be what a lot of teams or a lot of leagues would come down to.
We just talked about it. Tampa Bay has probably the hardest schedule in the whole entire league, so they should get rewarded by that if they're at least playing a lot of these teams tough, where they would have given up 2 weeks ago if it was just win-loss.
Pass is completed to Parks.
And Parks has made a couple really nice catches. That over-the-shoulder one up the seam. And Mason, again, you can see the talent when she's zipping the ball on there with a couple of these throws. Mason getting both feet down on that one as well. But you can see Coach T there all smiles right now with her defense having a shutout once again against Cincinnati. Won the first matchup once again 42-0 on May 23rd.
Second down. They go to Benedict, Lexi Benedict.
Benedict, the ball carrier,
gets 2.
The winning number for the kids.
I don't think there's any relation to our Madison Benedict in the truck.
791-57679.
You never know. With her connections, you never know.
Basket is 7952-7777.
Third down coming up.
7-7, 7-7.
Low snap for Mason, and Mason's knee is down, and so she is down with the ball, and that will be fourth down, and Cincinnati going to be forced to bring the punt unit out. Or are they going to go for it here?
Makes it fourth down.
See that low snap once again. No chance there for Mason unless you try to scoop it up and throw it. And it looks like they are going to stay out here. Again, as they're just trying to battle their own point differential and ratings here, you got to try to score a couple, even if you're out of this game down by 35.
I think both of the road teams in these big WFA National Conference games not really excited about coming back. Intercepted on fourth down, picked off, and a return to the 20. Stop and go for Grace Danza, and she'll go all the way for a pick six and a passing touchdown. It was the only thing we were missing, Damon, the defense to score. And what a passion, perfection performance here tonight.
We'll see it one more time, trying to force the ball in. Really nice read by Grace Dadza, looking at the eyes of Angela Mason. No pick sixes this year. Grace Dadza said, I got to do it before the season ends. You know how dangerous she is when the ball is in her hands, leading the team now with 2 interceptions on the year. What a play to jump that route. And then she's looking at the end zone the whole entire way, jukes out Angela Mason, and gets the touchdown for the Passion.
Mark's extra point is good. 9:34 to play in the regular season. And Pittsburgh well on their way to 5-1 and hosting in the first round and maybe beyond. Everybody's loving it here at Slippery Rock. Don't go anywhere.
Timeout.
Hey, come on in. Time for dinner.
We are back to Slippery Rock University, the WFA Pro Game of the Week on the All Women's Sports Network. And, of course, live locally on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. JRM Sports YouTube channel, however you're choosing to watch us tonight or our rebroadcast, we appreciate you tuning in. Akabaku on the return. Another look here.
Yeah, watch Grace Dadza on this pick six once again. Has that outside receiver as a defensive back, reads the inside route, knows she's going to sit down and wait in that zone. She picks it off, and then right here, good luck trying to make a tackle here. Angela Mason, nice little juke move. She goes all the way, pay dirt, touchdown for the Pittsburgh Passion. What a great look at that, seeing where she started on that pre-snap read. Read that little curl route, jumped the route, and it was a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Passion.
795-276-47. Please retrieve your winning prizes near the area where you bought the tickets. Thank you for your support of Passion.
We are in Mercy Roll territory, running clock. Here in this one. And this one, a hot potato, And how did that bounce right back to Mason as that ball was ping-ponging down there and somehow found Mason on the turf for her to recover this. It'll be second down.
Passion recognized AGI Repair, a recognized leader in the mobile device repair and wireless repair parts industry for its support of Passion. Also, In Motion Body Works, the official massage therapist of the Pittsburgh Passion.
Run right up the middle.
Haley tipped it, the ball carrier.
Let's tip it again for Cincinnati.
And now, Matt, for this defense, I feel like you want that shutout. If you can say, again, you held the Cincinnati to no points for the whole entire year.
That's a great point.
Would love to hang your hat on that going into next year.
Third and 8 from the pistol. Mason to throw, and Rebecca Airgood almost got the INT there. She'll get the PBU.
Looks like Cincinnati's going to wave the white flag here and bring out the punt unit, but we don't get to talk about them all the time, but the secondary for the Pittsburgh Passion today has been really impressive. I talked about the defensive line, but the secondary, everybody wants an interception in this game, and they're jumping a lot of these routes, which as a DB, it can be scary jumping around, especially if the ball gets behind you, but they've been timing up these pass breakups and these interceptions so well. You see Grace Dadza right there has that pick six tonight, and also Harris with a interception of her own. As it coming into this game, Angela Mason only had one interception, so you made her double her season total as well here today.
Punt unit out. And a bad snap will mean that Lauren Carter couldn't get the punt away, and DeChico and company converged in, and Pittsburgh's going to get great field position here to start this, what should be the final drive of our bowl game.
And the main thing on this drive, I'm not saying this in a way, but it would be, that's nobody get hurt. We have playoffs in 2 weeks. Again, that's still execute here, but at the same time, now it's all about keeping the team healthy here.
By providing physical and mental health services to drastically improve quality of life. Thank you to all of our sponsors for making Pittsburgh Passion football possible.
Emma Gurley in at quarterback for Pittsburgh. She'll hand it off to Ronnie Brown. Brown going to try to bounce it to the outside. And she'll be down at the 25-yard line. 4:45 clock winding.
Again, I love the carry so far for Ronnie Brown, though. We were told that we might see her a little bit in this game. The rookie pretty much this year learning a lot about the women's football game, being behind a couple really great backs, but getting her opportunity. And you never know when you're going to be called upon in the playoffs. Matt, you said a lot of times a rookie hero ends up, because of injuries or anything else coming up, that the rookie gets a lot of playing time.
Brown one more time on the call. Brown stretching, got a yard shy of the first down here.
4 more yards for Brown. Tackled by Kaya Napier. Third down and 1 for Pittsburgh.
Johnson pushes forward. And Johnson will have a Pittsburgh Passion first down.
That's 4 yards for Johnson. Another Pittsburgh Passion first down.
Matt, it's one of those weird games. It looks like we might have an injury for Cincinnati. I can bring this up, but there has been, other than that interception, it has been a perfect game here for the Pittsburgh Passion. Exactly what you want to see to end the regular season.
Yeah, there's no doubt that was exactly what Pittsburgh needed to do to feel the confidence going into the postseason. And confidence in what was our drive of the game. Drive of the game brought to you by the Green Train Sportsplex, Pittsburgh's destination for sports. And it was Makai Chavez picking up this third down, doing it all herself, calling her own number there, and then saying, I can do it with my arm too, tossing to Paige Bragg to get into the end zone, expand the Pittsburgh lead. Your Green Tree Sportsplex drive of the game. We can make that touchdown the Pam Health offensive play of the game. So 2 for 1.
Sarah Paladin, 10 carries for 73 yards.
It should be Marcelina Chavez or Grace Dadza. Grace Dadza would be nice if she had a pick 6.
Brown.
Quarterback for the Passion is Emma Gurley. Ronnie Brown on the carry, lost it 2. Tackled by Rivers. Second down and 12 for Pittsburgh.
Gurley from the shotgun at a second down and 12. Pitch to the right side, one-handed by Brown. Will stop and go, tried to get the spin move and then gets decked.
Tackled again by Rivers.
Pasha Rivers adds to her tackle collection there.
That might be Brown's welcome to the league moment right there when you got Pasha Rivers coming at you. Watch, nice little spin move, but you go to the inside and you meet Pasha Rivers right there in that gap. And she gets right up, though, and says, all right, I've taken a hit from one of the best linebackers in the league now, blindside, and I am okay.
Well, we were talking about her history in the military. No question of
That's
her
a
toughness.
2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout. That's my job. We're going to take a break. 42-0. Pittsburgh leads it at the warning over Cincinnati.
What's up, Western Pennsylvania? My name's Lisa Horton, co-head coach, offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Passion, and also newly appointed head flag football coach here at Slippery Rock University. With the popularity of flag football growing each year, we're offering our second annual flag football camp. This camp will be facilitated by members of the Pittsburgh Passion, also WFA flag football champions in 2025, and members of our coaching staff here at Slippery Rock. To register for our July 16th camp, you can sign up at this website below. Can't wait to see you there. Go Rock!
After our 2-minute warning, sun hasn't even fully set here. We are unofficially in the thick of summer now. June 13th. I haven't hit the solstice, but we are in summer unofficially.
I'm a football guy. I don't know what the solstice is, but I'm
the summer solstice, the official beginning of summer. Not yet, but Gurley going to let it fly on 3rd and 13 to the end zone for the touchdown. Gurley tosses to E. Majewski, and they score an 18-yard passing catch and dial this one up.
out route to the end zone right here. And watch Emma Gurley. I mean, she went all the way back to throw that one to the end zone. What a job by the backup quarterback, showing you off her arm talent. Rollout looking like Marcelina Chavez, and then the arm strength to get that to the outside, right to your receiver. What a pitch and catch. The Passion can't do anything wrong in this football game.
Martz to add another. Leave no doubt. Pittsburgh is doing that right now, 49-0.
And how about some of the Death players really coming in and showing what they got, how deep this roster is, why they're so good. Remember, a lot of these players are giving you looks in practice. Now Emma Gurley gets to show off a little bit. Majewski gets a receiving touchdown. You see the rookie Ronnie Brown getting some carries in this game as well. Again, Matt, when you have a talented team like this, the practice is where the real tough matchups are because you have such good second, third team depth pieces on this team. Love seeing them get some credit at the end of this football game. And a well-deserved touchdown for Emma Gurley and Majewski.
Got to feel good for both sides. Boy, this defense, would have been like, we're great. That's great. The offense scored another touchdown, but we got to go back out there and make sure that this 152, this shutout stays in place. Right?
I completely agree with you. I will one more touch point on this. That was Majewski's first catch of the year. What a great time to get your first catch of the year with that touchdown pass from Gurley. And what I love is every girl after she scored, they're hugging her, they're embracing her. She gets to the sideline. She's getting props from everybody.
The sisterhood of the passion.
And a lot of these girls, could they be playing on another team and probably getting a little bit more reps? Sure, but you're playing for one of the best teams in the league every single year. There's a standard here playing for the Pittsburgh Passion, and a lot of them just wait their turn and contribute when they can, and it's great to see almost everybody getting the play here today and showing off what they can do.
Yeah, this is certainly well executed by Pittsburgh, and for Cincinnati to have to drive back to the Queen City, look at their wounds after this one, and maybe having the thought that they are going to either have to go back here to Pittsburgh or to D.C. Both teams handing them pretty tough losses this season. That's a tough part of this game. New quarterback in for Cincinnati. Kelsey Robles. Throw and throws an interception. Picked off. Zaquira McKenzie on the INT.
McKenzie getting a little bit more playing time as well. Gets her first interception of the year, and you see the fans pumped up. Everything for this defense has gone right here today. Their third turnover of the game. When we said they needed a couple last week, they respond so well, and they're going to hold off and get this shutout for the Passion. And again, you just see everybody so happy for McKenzie getting her first pick of the year as well. Just dropped right in that zone, reading the quarterback's eyes, pretty much throws it right to her. Great way to play linebacker there and play your zone.
Defense says, okay, we just want to be out there for one play. We're going to give this right back to the offense. Another turnover, hugs all around.
And what a statement going into the playoffs, Matt.
Jeez, oh man, the confidence that this Pittsburgh Passion team has to have. Down to a knee for Emma Gurley. And that should take us to the end of the 2026 WFA regular season. Pittsburgh leaves, no doubt, 49-0 winners in the regular season finale. They are 5-1 in the 2026 regular season, and they head to the playoffs and begin the road to Canton.
Matt, I'll say it one more time. What a statement after last week, dropping to the DC Divas. You come back, you end up this regular season 5-1 after that 4-game win streak to start the year, but a complete effort. Special teams did a great job today with really good kick coverage, a lot of great tackles, and the offense with Marcelina Chavez using her legs, her arm, the depth scoring on this team for a couple of players like Majewski getting in there, Bethany Meyer scoring a touchdown, where you had Padalin step up with Napo out of the game, and then the defense. I mean, I can say every single woman on that defense executed perfectly here today. You had Dadza with that pick 6. You had 2 more interceptions for this team from Harris and McKenzie. And for a Cincinnati team that has scored against some of the best teams in this league, to shut them out twice in 1 year, what an effort by the Pittsburgh Passion.
It was, and it was exactly what Pittsburgh needed to do. A bounce-back win to end the regular season, full of confidence. This Pittsburgh squad, and we might be seeing a rematch of this very same game 2 weeks from tonight.
Nobody message us. We don't know when the Massey rankings will drop, but they will be dropping, and it's going to be very interesting to see where Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and Tampa Bay all finishes.
Susie Cole down on the sidelines with our player of the game. Suze?
Thanks, Matt. I'm here with our player of the game, wide receiver Bethany Meyer. Bethany, a 49-0 shutout to close out the regular season for the Pittsburgh Passion. Where were you guys locked in the most offensively today?
Just taking it one play at a time and, just trying to get back to the fundamentals and the basics and, playing as a team and coming back from a hard loss last week. So, I think we were just locked in overall. So.
That loss last week, when you look back at it to this game here today, what does this win really say about this team, or what precedence does it set headed into the playoffs?
It just shows that we can come back and we're one team and we're not going to be stopped. We're just going to keep moving forward.
What's your message to the fans to close out this regular season?
Honestly, thank you guys so much for everything. We really appreciate you and we love all your support.
Thanks so much, Bethany. Go celebrate with your team. Congrats. Matt?
Thanks, Suze, and congrats to Bethany of the Pittsburgh Passion on finishing the regular season exactly the way they needed to. 49-0 winners over Cincinnati tonight, and the road to Canton will begin. Thanks to our entire JRM video production crew for bringing you the sights and sounds of yet another WFA Game of the Week. For Susie Cole and Damon McDermott, I'm Matt Fargo saying with that, the 2026 season comes to an end, and we will talk to you in the postseason right back here on presentation of Pittsburgh Passion Football. Until the playoffs, good night, Pittsburgh. We'll talk to you in the WFA playoffs.